right? So that's like one
Because
thing.
you're like, yeah, I'm not trying to put a target on my back about words I never said. Kind of
Totally. So then I was just
Totally.
like, fuck, this sounds way too familiar. So that in itself concerns me.
Yeah.
The other thing that concerns me is the fact that he's like, one, he's very confident on the fact that he's not leaving.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was
know.
saying
Always been
that to
talking.
me on the
I've
couch
just been playing
yesterday.
pool with him for like an hour, and he's
And Derek and I were
the fact
laying
that
on
he
the
thinks
white
he's so
couches,
safe
too.
makes me want to be like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why
No,
would
but
he be
here's-
saying
here's
that?
The thing. Here's the thing. He's like, from what I'm gathering, he's like, people want Marin gone because they think it's better to sit next to me over Marin. He's like, and also, my intent was to make it to jury, and now that I have, he's like, I'm going to make it very clear to people how convincing I am. And
That's
I'm
his whole
not
pitch right now.
someone that you want to put into jury too quickly because I'm very persuasive and I'm very convincing.
was trying to
I can
say
convince
stuff to
people
you
in
like
jury
that,
to
too.
vote
You did
for a
again just
particular
now.
person,
Really?
and I'm going to make them vote for the person that the side of the people that choose to keep me in this house. He's like, I don't expect that to take me to final 2, but I do think it will carry me to final 4 or final 3. And then I'll do my very best. But so he's basically threatening that his powers of persuasion and his knowledge of this game can convince the jury to vote a particular way for whoever.
He told that to Derek, too.
That's also BS, though. Why does he think
But
that
first of
we
all,
don't
you're now
have brains?
No, I
But
know.
he's like, you're now
Yesterday on
talking
the white
down,
couch,
but-
he came up to Derek and I was like, oh, like, I'm still good? And we're just like, oh, yeah. And then he was just like, okay, because we have mutual targets. No, it was just me. You weren't there.
For
Never
what?
mind.
Yeah,
It
you
was just
told me
me
about
sitting there.
that.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, and he's like, because we have mutual targets now. I'm like, yep. Because
You're
as I knew
right.
too.
Yeah, you're like, you're right. We do.
Yep.
Yourself. Okay.
You know what
Then
I
he can
mean?
go home.
Yeah, he's
I
basically.
don't give a
just-
fuck because all of that. I hate
just
all of
too
that.
much.
I hate all of
the thing
that.
is, I
And
don't
also,
think
I just
marriage
don't like
would
someone that freaking cocky.
So cocky.
Like, I'm sorry. If you're gonna be that cocky,
Now you're gonna first for
And
the
this
longest
sounds
time.
so bad, but he's been saying how much he doesn't want to be the first jury member, and that's how much I just want him to be the first jury member.
yeah. Well,
Mine
after
is
running
more
his
literally
mouth.
game from that standpoint. It's just that I feel like, first of all,
Sorry.
you preached all the first beginning of the half of this game that you would never be a bitter juror, that you would vote based on who plays
He's
the
a
best
super
game.
fan. He
And
won't do that.
now
He's just
you're
threatening
saying
people.
I said,
you
I
will
literally,
use-
he said that to me too.
won't
He's
do
like,
that.
well, regardless, the person who puts me in the jury house will never get my vote. And I said,
doesn't know who
wow,
it
it's a
is.
shame that you consider yourself a super fan but still want to be a bitter juror.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I mean, I probably wouldn't. But, I mean, it would
No,
take
he
a
knows
while
he
to get to
won't.
that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's make you first juror to have plenty of time to think about your actions in order
He
to...
said the more time I sit there and
That's
watch
not it.
movies and read books, the angrier I'm going to get at the person that sent me home.
Cool.
Or the people. He said the people because he said that whatever people voted to keep him, and that
Yeah.
he would know who voted to keep him, and the people that didn't vote to keep him.
Yeah.
These are the people that I'm just like, the fact that you think you're this persuasive and convincing.
Yeah.
The fact that you're super comfortable. The fact that you blatantly said out loud you're coming after Liv and I. The fact that you have.
Well, the fact, and I guess not even the fact that he's coming after you and Liv, but the fact that he was the first person to toss Dela's name too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do we really need to
After he
build
just told us
support
that he
on,
never threw her name out ever.
Yeah.
like, we don't need to
like,
build. If Mary wins HOH, I have no idea what the fuck would happen.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening, but I just
I
don't.
really don't.
I
think
can't
he
either.
I don't know what Ryan would do either, though.
No, I think
I
Ryan's
know
would be
what
worse.
Ryan would do.
Ryan would do either you or you or you.
Yeah, there's no
Well,
question about what
yeah.
he would do. I know exactly what he would do.
Yeah.
And that's
True.
just something we can't afford right
Yeah, I
now.
was
Well, like
gonna
I
say,
said
so why-
before, too, I want to
why
bank
would we
more on
keep
the
him
fact
that?
that I
It's
Yeah.
something we can't afford
can't
right
afford
now.
because they've been
Absolutely.
sitting
And
pretty all
like, no
freaking
joke,
game.
Yeah.
no joke.
We've been a
yeah, he's
target
the
since
old
literally
fat guy
day
or
one.
whatever. He's the old fat guy who came pretty close to beating me in the last comp.
Yeah.
Who still, whether it was fluke or not, won 2 mental comps.
Yeah.
Won the fucking veto. Or
Well,
one
he
mental
can
comp and one veto.
he can do things where it requires like
When his
minimal
back's
anything.
against the
Yeah.
wall. When his back's against the wall, and Marin's back has been against the wall a few times now, and he cannot fucking
Well,
pull
and
it
that's
out.
why that's like with Maddie too. Maddie was trying her hardest in that veto in Fisherman's Barf.
She was
Yeah.
shocked when she's like, oh, I'm in last.
Oh, that too.
Yeah,
that,
she's
yeah.
like-
She's like, I thought I won. I
wow,
was like,
great job,
what?
guys.
Like Fisherman's Barf. Kid was trying her hardest on that spool.
There's gonna be
and she
some
was at least
physical
like
calls.
20 yards behind me, and I was not trying at all.
Yeah.
Like I literally was just coasting because I was like, oh well, if anyone like wins, we can pull Maddie off and put Veronica up. It's a win-win. I don't need to win another comp, whatever. She was busting her ass and was 20 yards of rope behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter where people's targets are if they can't win
If
shit.
they can't win that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which is true for both of the people on the block right now. But in
But there's-
terms
yeah.
of perspective and
Yeah.
long-term game, we cut to the cancer. We don't need him to continuing to manipulate or planting
Yeah.
seeds of doubt in what right now is going smoothly. Unless if he's starting to catch on to whatever this is, because he goes, it's really odd to me that given the
put
double
the-
eviction,
yeah.
you didn't take a shot. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da, da. He's not buying the truth.
Because I'm sorry, if you won power in a double eviction, you would put Dela
I
up
would
if you
100 put them
Yeah.
out. 100.
100%.
No offense.
No,
But
no.
if that shot had come and I was actually after you guys, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck if one of them
Yeah.
stays. One of them has to go right
Exactly.
now.
That's why I came
Totally
up
agree.
with
Would
the
have done it.
deal.
Yeah.
Would have
That
done
like
it.
safety for two
how you
lives,
play
safety
Big Brother.
for two
Yeah,
lives.
that would have been the
Nick.
perfect
It'd be
opportunity.
stupid not to.
And
That would have been the
Ryan-
perfect opportunity.
So
but we're not
beforehand-
there anymore.
No,
Do you know what
exactly.
I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Before,
I have them.
But he's not
After going
stupid.
through my whole suitcase, I have both of them in here.
lovely.
But he's not stupid, right? So
Well,
he's catching on
beforehand-
to that.
Oh no, I know. He said to me, he's like, they must have like cut a deal or something for the weekend. I was like, yeah, I think that's like what happened, like whatever. And then he was like, essentially, if he's like, well, if you win the veto, like you do have an opportunity to make another big move. He's like, you don't get stripes for taking out Mirror or I. Like that's not impressive. And I was like, doesn't matter if it's fucking impressive, dude.
You don't get stripes for fucking getting a drink spilled in your face and not pushing a button and then winning head of household.
Yeah.
Like
He's done. He literally said, he said to me, he's like, I'd feel so comfortable sitting final two with you because like we played such different games and I feel like we both have equal shots of winning. And I was like,
Also
what
wrong.
fucking planet do you live on? I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
comical.
okay, that's fine. I'm behind
No,
it.
But the only reason I wanted to talk to you about it is because I know regardless you're gonna be like, do whatever you need to do.
Yeah,
But
100%.
I'm working with you, so
Yeah.
I was still gonna do what I needed to do.
But you wanna run it by.
I wanted to let you know why and where my head is at.
And I can get behind all of these reasons that all three of you have told me.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
No, I told the same thing to Kayla yesterday. I was like, even within, like, this is like, it's kind of got to be a bit of a democracy too. To be like, hey, look, we're still together, but this might be better for my game. This might be better for yours. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
and this is always
here's
been my
my
big
next-
thing. I hate that every single week, who the HOH wanted to go home went home.
I know.
Yeah.
That's boring as hell.
Yeah.
And that's not the kind of game I want to play.
Yeah.
Just because we might have difference in opinions about certain individuals doesn't mean that we're still not on the same trajectory long-term game-wise.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. At the end of the day, if we want to succeed as a unit, everybody else has to go.
Totally.
The order of which they go, I don't really give a shit. Just get them.
Sometimes
out.
there is a
And
benefit.
he was
right?
on the couch last night. I was like laying on the couch after the comp or whatever, and he was on the other side, and he was saying like the whole like telling me how confident he was and stuff. He goes, "Oh, the vote Thursday is like
Someone's coming.
You know what's less sketchy? Screaming someone's coming.
Hey, I didn't scream.
Everyone's just looking at
and
each
then,
other.
like 8-0 or 7-1 or something. He goes, then I know I'm golden to stay. He's like, the only thing then is if it's like 4-4 or 5-3. He's like, that's when I know, like, oh my god, I don't know what's happening.
On that note, how
It'd
do
be
you
so funny though.
Or just say he's safe
If it
the whole
was-
time
let me
and then
propose
can't come
something.
out.
The first real.
He was
How about the first real blindside?
Blindside. Tell him he's
Of the
safe
season.
all week.
The funny thing is,
I'm
the whole
not-
time
I'm-
you guys have been talking,
You
in
don't
my
have
head,
to.
I'm like,
I'm not telling him
You
shit.
don't
I'm
have
literally
to.
gonna be like, dude, you know, I'm gonna go to him and be like, you, because literally.
know my target.
and especially because he's like, oh, bitter juror, whatever.
Yeah, you say Marin.
I'm not even gonna say Marin. I'm gonna say, you know how I am as an HOH. I'm never gonna tell anybody what to do.
Yeah.
Whatever the votes go, the votes go.
Yeah.
Love to blindside.
The first real
'cause
baby
it's
cam
so-
blindside.
But can you imagine he's sitting there and he's like, with a vote of 8-0.
And he's like,
It's like, Marin, you are safe, right?
and congratulations, you were the first member of the jury.
That's
Yeah,
man,
well,
I don't like how he's running his mouth though.
I don't like how he's running his mouth either.
he's already
I was
talking
actually
to me about like,
not
oh,
like
because you know,
Team
he's
Ryan,
basically
but
saying,
Team
like,
Ryan.
It's a game. It's like a new game in the jury house, and he's like, oh, who knows? Like, maybe someone will end up throwing a rogue vote and something too, and but like basically saying he has all the votes. And I'm just like, fuck.
I think everyone just doesn't like him and
Yeah.
will not do what he says anyway.
But it's just one of those things. I just don't. It's not even that I don't like him. I think he's extremely intelligent. I think he knows
yeah.
this game well. I think he's too smart in that he needs to prove. Well, I think he needs to prove to everyone that he's smart by running his mouth. I mean,
No.
Well, he's also said.
you don't realize how smart I am. I'm so intelligent and running his mouth, and I don't like people who, one, underestimate me and the people around me.
Yeah.
Two, like blatantly with their tone, with their word choice, with things like I can convince anyone in the jury house to do anything. Do not call us stupid. We are not stupid.
No.
We see what's going on. We see more. For him to come out to me and be like, well, Erica, since like you're solo in this game, you're better off taking out a duo than taking out me, who's also
Did he
solo.
tell you to shoot at us?
No, he didn't. After he's like, just you use the
He
video.
groups us all together now, like duo.
Yeah, he
He's
was
the
like,
only one that caught on to it, so we have to get rid of him before I fucking
no, I don't think
Yeah,
he doesn't
exactly.
think that you guys are a four, but
No,
he
but
is.
one
trying to,
more
like,
week
yeah.
and he might.
If either
Exactly.
get
Because if
four-
one of us wins again and
That's the
don't
problem with
nominate
next
each
week.
other, yeah, if one of us wins again and don't nominate each other, he's gonna be like, "Fuck this, you guys are working together."
Yeah.
That's the
So
problem.
he
with
has
next
to be
That's it.
gone before
I feel
that.
that. I feel that.
You can't
like,
give